My name is Rachel Laplantz. I'm a secondary science teacher here at Riffa Views International School, Bahrain. And I teach IB physics as well as 8th grade science, science of cooking, and grade 11 and 12 integrated science. Through that work here at RVIS, I've really had a lot of opportunity to dive into the various innovative ways of teaching, from doing cross-curricular work with the social studies departments and the ELA departments to getting cross-science department work done as well, where kids are working on singular projects through multiple courses, with the goal really being of achieving deep learning, something that started in the early days of like really good science education in the Dewey system, where like students are experiencing science and not just going through and memorizing facts, but actually going through the process of identifying as scientists. And so the beautiful thing about how we do the personalizing education at RVIS is it gives us the opportunity to really provide structures for students that give them the chance to identify as scientists. So, we give them big projects and we say, all right, you need to use this structure, but you can do anything you want with it. How can you use this work now to do science in your social studies class? How can you take what you've learned in psychology or what you've learned in your math class, and how can you apply it in this science course? And so that's a big part of where science education is going. It's no longer about like, oh, let's do a fun lab and see what we can blow up, right? That stuff's great. But if students aren't truly identifying themselves as scientists and going through the process of being data scientists, being engineers, being mathematicians, being writers across the board in a science class, then they can't use their entire identity to make sense of the amazing world around us. And really that's what science education is all about, right? Is like trying to make sense of what's happening around us.
Hi, my name's Tom Emerson. I'm a high school English teacher here at RVIS. This is my 3rd year at the school, and I love the emphasis on personalization, student voice, and creativity in the classroom. One of the things that I do with my grade 11 and 12 students is have them become the teacher to teach shorter texts to the rest of the class. And this is more than just a traditional presentation. Students are actually responsible for studying and interpreting the text, and then designing their own interactive lessons to teach that text to the students. And sometimes, I see some of the best learning happening when the students are given that kind of agency over their learning. Also, the others love to learn from their peers. What I've noticed is that students respond really well to more modern and authentic texts. So much of what we see and engage with these days is multimodal. It's not just the written word, it's also visual or auditory. So students need the skills in understanding these more modern text types, and they also are much more engaged when creating their own multimodal texts and implementing skills in technology, as well as their analytical and verbal communication skills.